Hey, this is my catch up for the past month with all the holidays and everything going on. I am 10 weeks and 2 days today. And hey, want to say hi? Hi. You see yourself? Okay. Let's see, where do I start? Last video that I did, I think it was 6 weeks. And I started feeling sick around 6 weeks, 2 days. And about a few days later, I felt like I was a lot better. And I got really nervous. And I don't know if it is part of having losses in the past that I put this big wall up and I wouldn't allow myself to get excited. And I set myself up for the worst. I went into my 8-week ultrasound for viability. I went in there with total mindset that, there's not going to be a heartbeat and it's okay. And we'll just have to try again in a few months. And even though I was really bummed about it, I just prepared myself for the worst as much as you can prepare for something like that. I was just assuming that it was going to be horrible news. And so when I had the ultrasound, there actually was a heartbeat, and it was 161 beats per minute. And I don't know what I was measuring, though. I don't know, if I was measuring, I was supposed to be 7 weeks and 5 days when I had my ultrasound, because I turned 8 weeks on a weekend. And so, sorry. I'm paying attention to him. He's messing with the maps and stuff. And I'm trying to remember everything that has gone on in the past month. So anyways, it was just weird. There wasn't a doctor appointment set up with that ultrasound. It was literally just the ultrasound, and then they send you on your way. So the lady said there was a heartbeat, and so I was super excited about that. She gave me one little picture, but she wouldn't tell me what it was measuring. She said that there's a whole computer system that they plug it into, and it could change and all this blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, I'm not new to this, okay? I've had tons and tons of ultrasounds, and they've always gave me whatever measurement it was. They would tell me either how many, is it millimeters or centimeters or whatever it was at the point, how far along you were. And she just wouldn't tell me. And I was upset, because you want to leave there excited, thinking everything's perfect, but you don't know if everything's perfect because they don't tell you. And so, sorry. Here, a snack? And so they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me if everything was good or not. And so I honestly, I was at the checkout, and I started crying. I told the girl, I was it was before Thanksgiving? No, it was after Thanksgiving. It wasn't that far. Well, not that long ago. But I told the girl that, I just, you go into these things and you're super nervous and you don't know what to think and what to believe and what to expect. And it's for them to not sit there and have a doctor meet with you right after and explain to you that, yeah, it's measuring exactly where you need to. It was just weird. And so she was well, let me see if one of the doctors will just meet with you for 2 seconds. And so they made me meet with the financial coordinator, so you have to sign the contract forms and stuff like that, saying if your insurance doesn't cover something, you'll pay for it. And they just literally had one of the doctors come over that I met last time I was pregnant with Trey. And he was just hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. And nope, everything looked great. But it was it was one of those things that yeah, okay, he's just saying that I'm not stupid, okay? He didn't even know exactly. I was okay, well, so how many days was I measuring? And then he looked at the ultrasound picture, and at the top it tells you how far along you are. I'm I was okay, thanks, I didn't feel confident about it because I know he was just BSing me. I know he was just saying that trying to give me the reassurance. He had no clue about my case. He had no idea, and it was just like, okay, whatever. And I guess the good news after that ultrasound was the fact is around 8 weeks is really when the constant sickness kicked in, and which is a lot later than when I was pregnant with Trey. It was right around 6 weeks, or maybe even, around 6 weeks. I did have nausea before the 8-week mark, but it wasn't like every time I ate or drank something, then I felt it. And I didn't know if it was like the metformin, because I'm still on the metformin. With Trey's pregnancy, I was on progesterone also with the metformin, and so I didn't know if that intensifies the morning sickness feeling, or all-day sickness, you can call it. So that's what I've been dealing with. Every time I eat, I feel like my food is stuck in my throat. It just feels like it sits there. Excuse me. There we go. I'm never one that gets heartburn or, I don't know, I usually have a pretty strong stomach, so it's just really, I didn't know what to take, what can I take and stuff. I went to the pharmacy to see if there was anything natural that I can try, if they sold ginger pops or preggy pops or anything, and I did end up buying C-bands. They're just like around in a little pressure point. And I don't care if it's placebo or if it actually does something, which I wouldn't be surprised if it really does something. But I really think that it helps a little bit, because when I take them off, when I want to give Trey a bath or something, because they're like a cloth material, I try not to get them wet. But when I give him a bath or something that I'm really going to get my hands like really wet, like far up, I'll take them off, and then I'll forget to put them back on. And then I'll realize like an hour later that I'm starting to get really, really sick. And so, I don't know. I think they work. I think it helps. It doesn't get rid of it, but I think it definitely helps. And the pharmacist suggested, because I asked her what is safe to take for, I guess you would call it indigestion or heartburn, or agita, or whatever you want to call it. And she told me, which I remember, from school, what she said makes sense, that if you take Tums, it just stops with it neutralizes the acid, but the thing is your body's going to think that you're low on acid once it does that, and you're going to end up producing more. So it might be a temporary fix, but in the long run, it's going to be hurting you. So she said, don't take the Tums. She's like, here, try this. And actually, I can show you. I have it in my purse. I'll show you the bottle. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I posted it too, because I got approval from my doctor yesterday that it is totally safe to take no more than 2 times a day. It's probably backwards for you guys, but acid reducer, it's Zantac. It's the active ingredient in Zantac. And this is 150 milligrams, and there's 24 tablets. And she said don't take more than 2 a day. So I usually, if I take it probably once a day. I'll pick a meal that I would really want to be able to eat and enjoy. And I'll either take it while I'm eating, because you can take it, I think it was before you eat, or as a relief after you start to feel it, then you can take it. But it's definitely helped. So I suggest that for anybody that's looking for something. Yeah, I know that's probably not the most natural route, but you know what? When you're chasing a toddler and you feel sick and you still need to function, and you still need to eat something or drink something, because I can't even drink water. Like, water makes me really sick. Yellow lemon lime Gatorade, the regular Gatorade, not the sugar-free artificial sugars, like full strength sugar Gatorade, is what I've been drinking. And what else has been helping? You know what, honestly, junk food. Bad stuff for you. I cannot take salads. I can't take veggies, anything with lots of fiber in it. It's worse. It's just like right here. It's really bad. So, yeah, what are they called? Fritos, I think it is. Those I've been snacking on. Dry cereal. What else? Soups. I think kind of salty things, I guess, have been helping. Fruit, even like cut up fresh fruit like watermelon, cantaloupe and stuff. It's just not, I can't digest it yet. So I can't wait until I can, because I'm a fruit and veggie type of person. I love salads. I have a Greek salad normally every Tuesday after my husband's doctor appointment. We have a gigantic Greek salad. I know I can't have the feta, or some people say you can as long as it's pasteurized, but I just avoid it just in case. But still, we do like a massive salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, black olives, garbanzo beans, and normally feta. But I just hold the feta out, and you don't need to put any dressings into it. You can just put, I put quite a bit of salt and pepper, and you can put a splash of oregano if you want, or a sprinkle, shake of oregano, and mix it up really good. And the juices from the cucumbers and tomatoes and the salt and fat from the olives, just mix it all around like with a big spoon, and it's so good. You don't need dressing. It's actually really good for you too, but you have the fiber, the protein, lycopene from tomatoes, even though lycopene is more active when you cook it. So, but anyways, okay, this is really long, but I guess I'm making up for like 4 weeks that I missed. So what other things have been going on? At my 10-week appointment, I had the mandatory STD blood tests and a urine test. And some reason I thought that there was some kind of cultures that they did, like a pap smear, but some, for STDs and stuff like that. I don't know if they've changed it, or I don't know, but they didn't do any of that. Like you prepare yourself because you think that you're gonna get invaded down there, and I was pleasantly surprised when she was like, oh no, we don't need to do that, we do urine test, blood test, and that's all you need. So that was exciting. And in 2 weeks I go for my second ultrasound. It's going to be the NT scan, where they're going to measure the neck measurement and the nasal bone for different markers for just a few chromosomes. It doesn't detect every problem there could be. But I also am going to see a genetic counselor to talk about maybe doing, is it maternal 21? I think that's what it's called. Maternal 21 or maternal something blood tests. And if you are considered high risk, which the doctor that I met with yesterday, she's going to consider me high risk because of my history with 3 losses, and one of the losses they tested and there was a chromosome problem. She says I do qualify for my insurance to cover it. If not, it's like over $1,000 for the blood test. But it will tell you 99.9%, just a simple blood test. It's not an amnio. It will tell you, I think it was like Down syndrome. It will tell you like a few of the chromosome problems, almost 100%, without being invasive or no threat. There's no threat to the baby. So I did end up getting the amnio when I was pregnant with Trey, because we're concerned that there was a soft marker, and they were concerned that he might have a chromosome problem. And not that I would ever terminate a pregnancy, so please don't hate on me. I just wanted to be prepared, so I knew if there was something that they can do to help, or if there's any research or specialists or something that I could look into, I wanted to know, so we could prepare as much as we could. Thank goodness everything came back normal with his. But sorry I'm saying and a lot in this video. He's like putting the hazards on and messing with my AC and whatever. He's bored. He's got snacks all over the seat now, like always. But what else is going on? So I will have an ultrasound in 2 weeks, another doctor's appointment in 4 weeks, And I'm waiting for, I ordered a Sonoline B heart rate monitor. Last time I was pregnant with Trey, I went through a nonprofit organization. I think it was called tinyheartbeats.org. And that's an awesome program they have going on there. If you've had any losses in the past, whether it was miscarriage, stillbirth, they will let you rent for free a fetal monitor, like the Doppler, and then you just pay for shipping and ship it back when you're done. And they have an envelope if you want to leave a donation, if you can put a donation. But that was awesome. I used that with Trey. But this time I wanted to have my own and not worry about it, because that one, the one they sent me, was used a lot and it didn't work. It didn't work 100% of the time. So I ordered a brand new Sonoline B. That's the one that everybody talks about, and a lot of people I know have used it and had good success with it. So I ordered that. It was supposed to come today in the mail, and I have been looking online and trying to find the tracking. And some reason, I'm in Florida, and it was supposed to come from Atlanta. So I was like, oh, it should only take a few days. I ordered it on the 2nd. It's the 7th. I was supposed to get it by today. The tracking said the last place that it was checked in at was in Illinois. Don't know why. I hate it when places do that. It's such a waste. Why they send it in the complete opposite direction? If I'm south of Atlanta, why would you send it way up north where the ice storm is going on? So I'm assuming it's just stuck in Illinois because of all the weather and everything. So I have been patiently waiting for it, and at my 10-week doctor appointment, they didn't even do the Doppler, so I don't even know how everything is going. But the fact that I still get nausea when I eat and drink and stuff, so I'm hoping that's just reassurance that everything's doing well. What other tests I think that's everything I can think of. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. And it doesn't help that Trey's been fighting me on sleeping, because almost 2 months ago he climbed out of his crib and it's been a nightmare. But I'm hoping he's starting to get the hang of it. The other night, my husband and I, we go back and forth on take over, because you need a break when he's screaming and fighting or twisting and turning and won't lay down, and it's just so hyper when you're trying to put him to sleep, even though he's rubbing his eyes and he's getting into everything and being ornery, and he's exhausted. And he only got out 9 hours of sleep the night before, broken sleep, because he still wakes up every few hours, and drinks 5 to 8 ounces of almond milk. Whole other video I could do on this, but what happened is my husband got frustrated and gave up, put him in his room, closed the door, and I heard him start to cry and fuss and stuff and in his room, and I heard a door open and close, so I thought my husband went into the room with him and just thought he was still going on and on for about 4 minutes. And I thought my husband was in the room with him, but he wasn't. And I found that out about 4 minutes later when Trey stopped making noise. I was watching him on the monitor, and I saw him. He went and laid back down on his comforter with his pillow and stuff and went to sleep. So I guess he kind of got sleep training unintentionally, but you know what? It was the best thing, because the next night, I just closed the door. He let out a big yell, and then he went and lay down and went to sleep. So I'm hoping that it worked. And I'm trying to stay consistent. So I give him lunch, and I give him a clean diaper, and I give him a whole bottle. I still rock him in the rocking chair with the bottle, and I hold it in his mouth. I kind of like bottle nurse him so that he'll just keep drinking. Otherwise, he'll just run around and play with the bottle and stuff. And once he's drank a good amount and he pushes away and he doesn't want any more, then I go and lay him down, and I run out of the room and close the door. And then he will yell and for like 2 seconds, and then he will either go play with something and then go back and lay down. So this has been happening, I think it's the third time it happened today. So hopefully we are on a roll and things are looking better in that department. This video is going to take so long to upload. Okay, I'm going to end it now. But that's kind of what's been going on. Had a nice holiday. Had a lot of family come into town between Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and so that's where we're at. 2 weeks from now, ultrasound, waiting for the fetal Doppler. Still feel sick, which is good news. It stinks while you feel it, but it's reassuring. And hopefully a toddler that's learning how to go to sleep like he was doing in his crib, but now he's not in the crib because he climbed out. And I think that's everything. So thanks. Sorry this is long, and have a good one. And I hope all my friends that are in the freezing cold weather, because I'm in Florida and it's cold for us. It went from 86 degrees to like 40 degrees in one day. Talk about bipolar weather. So it's, I think, 40s, maybe 50s where I am. I think it's high 40s here. So, all right. Well, have a good one. Stay safe. Love you, girls. Bye.